Welcome to Soul Heart Intuitive, a space for intuitive astrology, soul reflection, and grounded cosmic guidance. I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching, and together we'll explore the wisdom of the skies and the wisdom already living within you. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, listen more deeply, and reconnect with the truth your soul already knows. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin. Hey, beautiful souls. I'm Sarah, your soul oracle, deconditioning coach, and mirror here at Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. And this is your energy update for the week of July 5th to July 11th. So this week, something is asking to be seen, not on the surface, but beneath it. The feelings you've been setting aside, the truth you've been circling, the part of yourself that's ready for more than survival. This isn't a week of rushing ahead. It's a week of listening because something important is trying to reveal itself. And if you're willing to slow down, you'll start to hear it. The energy this week moves in layers. One moment you're seeing something differently. The next you're feeling something more deeply. Old patterns are going to rise. New awareness arrives. And through it all, life is asking a simple question. Can you trust what you know to be true? Even before you have all the answers. On July 5th, Mars and Gemini is going to trine Pluto and Aquarius. Your voice carries power now, not because you need to speak louder, because you're beginning to speak from a deeper place. Ideas arrive, insights connect, and truth becomes harder to ignore. You may suddenly recognize where you've been holding yourself back, where you've been choosing what's familiar over what's aligned. And this energy asks, what would happen if you trusted your own wisdom? What would happen if you stopped asking what feels safe and started asking what feels true? Because the next chapter isn't waiting for permission, it's waiting for participation. On July 6th, the sun in Cancer is going to square Saturn and Aries, and then the energy starts to soften. Life asks you to pause, to listen, to notice what you've been carrying emotionally, not to fix it, not to push through it, but to understand it. Because some feelings arrive as messengers, some discomfort arrives as wisdom. This transit reminds you that emotional maturity isn't about avoiding what you feel. It's about becoming willing to sit with it, to learn from it, and to respond with compassion instead of criticism. So ask yourself, what am I ready to stop avoiding? What is this feeling trying to teach me? Because awareness is often the first step toward healing. On July 7th, Neptune stations retrograde in Aries, and then the fog begins to lift. Slowly, gently, quietly. What once felt confusing begins making more sense. Patterns become visible. Reactions become understandable. Old stories begin revealing themselves for what they truly are. Not facts, not destiny, simply stories you've carried. And this is a week for observation, for curiosity, for seeing yourself more clearly. Because when awareness expands, freedom follows. And with freedom comes choice. On July 9th, Venus enters the sign of Virgo. Love becomes simpler now, more intentional, more grounded, more real. The grand gesture matters less. The small moments matter more. The daily effort, the consistency, the presence. You may find yourself asking different questions now. Not who says they care, but who shows they care. Because real love isn't built through promises alone. It's built through actions, through trust, through showing up again and again. On July 10th, Venus and Virgo will trine Chiron and Taurus, and then healing arrives, not dramatically, not all at once, but steadily, like something finally settling into place. This energy brings awareness to worth, to the standards you've lowered, to the needs you've ignored, the ways you've forgotten your own value. Pause and notice what feels nourishing, what feels reciprocal, and what feels safe enough for your heart to soften. Because healing isn't found in chasing love, it's found in recognizing you deserve it. This transit asks, what am I teaching others about my value? Where am I ready to choose myself more fully? Because the more deeply you honor your worth, the less willing you become to settle for anything that asks you to forget it. This week isn't about doing more. It's about seeing more, understanding more, and trusting more. The breakthroughs aren't arriving through force, but arriving through awareness. So slow down, listen closely, and honor what is surfacing. And trust what keeps returning to your attention, because something important is becoming clear, not outside of you, but within you. And the more you are willing to listen, the more confidently you'll know where to go next. So trust your voice, your feelings, and what is being revealed. The answers are closer than you think. So take a breath. You're not behind. You're right on time. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're not leaving the path. You are the path. So I have pulled cards for the overall energy for this week. And hold on just a second. Okay. And it's really in line with what it is that we are starting to see. So the first card is Scorpio, I transform. Saturn, truth, and Aries, I am. And so this is really a week of transformation. It's a week of understanding what it is that you are trying to transform within yourself. Something that you might not have been willing to see is all of a sudden going to become clear. And you have a choice that you can make. You can make a different choice than you've made in the past. This is a time for you to transform and become a different being. You are going to start to see the truth within yourself and what it is that's being revealed about you and your I am. Who can and how can you be the best version of yourself that you can be? This is a time for you to start taking steps to becoming the authentic version of yourself that you are. So, what is it? What truth is it that you need to acknowledge this week? And how can you use that truth to help transform into the person that you're trying to become? So I've pulled cards for each of the zodiac signs, and the messages, they are layered. Our sun and rising sign is where your future self is whispering to you through the veil. So let's tune in. Remember, this isn't a matter of controlling the outcome, but to mirror back what your soul already knows is ready to shift. So let this be your pause, your anchor, and your reminder that this energy isn't here to break you. It's here to recalibrate you. So Aries, your card this week is Thank the Wounds, Gratitude, Transmutation, and Soul Wisdom. Your wounds have something to reveal to you. It might not seem like it at the time, especially as you're going through it, but your wounds taught you something. All of the pain that you go through teaches you something. So, this is really a time for you to appreciate what it is that you have been potentially trying to repress. Be grateful. Show the soul wisdom that you have received as a result of those wounds. Now, you may take some time to think about it and process it, especially if this is something that is newer. But it's really important that you not just respond when something happens the way that you don't want it to. This is really a time for you to pause, to step back and go, what could this thing or lesson be trying to teach me? And then show your compassion and your gratitude for that lesson. There is a lesson in everything that happens to us. And this is a week where we might be starting to see the lesson. So, Aries, show some gratitude this week and thank the wounds for showing themselves. Taurus, your card this week is people pleaser, approval seeking, self abandonment, and smiling mask. You have been trying to do what everybody else expects you to do. And while that could be all well and good, it's not helpful for you showing who you are inside and for you becoming that best and brightest version of yourself. You've been putting on a mask and you have not been letting people see the real you. And as a result, there may have been some miscommunication about who it is that you, in fact, are or what it is that you're trying to do and get across. Now, there could also be the concern that maybe the people have seen behind the mask. And as a result, they're not appreciating the person that you are. Either way, it's not your problem. You are the person that you are. Be the person that you are. It doesn't matter what other people think. They might not be meant to be a part of your life or the person that you're becoming right now. You don't have to remain that person. You can become somebody different. And if people in your life shift and change, that's not necessarily something that is meant to last forever. People are here in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. They are not here necessarily forever and to impact every decision that you make. But it is important that you become the person that you are meant to be and not just what you think other people want you to be. Gemini, your card this week is never enough, chronic striving, self-doubt, and fear of failure. So you are always trying to reach out. You have this concern that what you're doing is never enough for yourself or for other people. And as a result, you just keep trying to work at it. The chronic striving is not helping you at all. And it's not helping other people either, because this is a time of you stepping into yourself and being what you are. So this doubting of yourself, it's not helping matters any because you're just constantly doing and being, and you're not being actually there in the moment. So this is a time for you to be in the moment. Just be enough. Be who it is that you are, because that is the person that you're meant to be. So try and find a way to not doubt yourself this week. and have truth and trust in who you are. Cancer, your card this week is Speak What's True, authenticity, voice, and unblocking. So this is a time for you to speak your truth. It might hurt, but it's there for a reason. But this could also be a matter of you starting to think what's true or to understand what's true. Not necessarily a matter of entirely speaking, but for you to be an authentic version of yourself, no matter what form that speech comes in. This is a time for you to step in, to be that authentic person that you are. Don't block yourself and limit yourself from becoming that person. If people can't see the real you for who you are, then they don't need to be in your life. This is a matter of you becoming you. This week is all about authenticity. Some truth is coming out that is important that you know and you speak to it. So allow yourself to see the truth for what it is and speak that truth, whether it be to yourself or to somebody else. Leo, your card this week is repeating cycles, unconscious loops, familiar pain, and pattern addictions. So your truth that you're going to be seeing this week is something in regards to a cycle that you have repeated. Now, just because you have repeated it before and you have done that cycle before does not mean that you need to repeat it again now. What it means is that you have an opportunity to break the cycle, but first you have to be aware of what the cycle is. So this week, your truth is going to be centered around awareness of what this truth is. So pay attention to what it is, what cycles have you repeated, and then pay attention to what it is that you might be trying to get for information from what this unconscious loop that you have been going through, what it has to tell you. Virgo, your card this week is escape from stillness, distraction, inner turmoil, and avoidance. You have been trying to use stillness as a method of telling you what spots you need to fill. Now, hopefully that makes sense. You have been avoiding the silence, maybe is a better way to put it. And you've been trying to fill your time with things and statements and whatnot just so that you don't have to be in that stillness because the stillness is uncomfortable. But it's distracting you from what it is and who it is that you truly need to be. This stillness, it's here to teach you something. Stillness isn't a bad thing. It's not something that you need to say, oh, I need to fill my time or to avoid feeling something that is going on. This is a matter of you sitting with the stillness and communicating and listening to what information it is that you're supposed to be getting as a result of the stillness. So don't fill your stillness this week with things that you need to do. Actually sit with it and see what truth arises within inside of you, because that truth is here to teach you something and to tell you something. Libra, your card this week is wholeness includes cracks, imperfection, tenderness, and humanity. You are you just by you being you. Be your authentic self, warts and all, cracks and all. You are a whole person just by you being you. So be you. Now, that might not be an easy thing for you to acknowledge, Libra, as most of the time you're judging yourself based off of somebody else and what their expectations are. But this isn't a time for you to do that. This is a time for you to accept who you are. So, Libra, accept who you are. Scorpio, your card this week is live as one whole, shadow, light, and embodiment. Every person has shadow and light. And Scorpio, you know that better than most people. There is a dark side to you and there's a light side to you. There are two people within inside of you. There are two people within inside most of us. This is a time for you to embody both sides of yourself and to really understand what it is that you're coming from and who it is that you are. Those dark sides of you, they're just a piece of you, just like the light sides are. The dark sides are your shadows. They're the places where you still need to do work. And the light sides are the places where you've done the work. Now find a way to combine the two parts of yourself this week so that people can start to see the whole you, both the dark and the light, and what it is that they embody and who it is that you are as a result of both of those pieces. Don't try to separate them. Sagittarius, your card this week is you are worthy by being, inherent value, enoughness, and identity. You are you just by simply being here. And that is enough for you this week. You don't have a whole lot of work that you need to do. The truth that is going to come through for you is to just accept that you are enough just by simply being you. And that is enough in and of itself. Capricorn, your card this week is texting storm, panic, overattachment, and abandonment alarm. So Capricorn, something might be coming to the surface for you that either you hadn't expect or you didn't want to expect. And you might have a moment of panic or overattachment and starting to question yourself and thinking to yourself, where did I go wrong? What didn't I see? Why didn't I see it for what it is? The fact of the matter is that you didn't see it because you didn't want to see it. This isn't a time for you to panic. This is a time for you to step back, for you to pause, and for you to truly see things the way that they are. You don't have to overattach yourself to a person or to a way of being. This is a time for you to break off and to see something and to be somebody and something different. Don't abandon yourself during the process. Step up and become the person that you are and the person that you are meant to be. And if for some reason you don't know who you are, this is a great time for you to start to put the pieces together. Why didn't I see things for the way that they are? This is a time of truth. Acknowledge the truth. Don't let it just send you into a spiral. You have the opportunity to see things for what they are. Take your time with that. This might not be an easy situation for you to see as it is, but it is an important one because it will impact the direction that you're going in. Aquarius, your card this week is love isn't control, attachment, fear, and misunderstanding. Control and love are two very different things. Now, when you're trying to control something, it's because you're afraid. It's a shadow. It's something that you don't want to let slip through your fingers. But love isn't that way. Love is allowing things to unfold as they are. Remember that this week. Where is it that you're trying to control things? Because that is the truth of what it is. Those are the places and the pieces that you need to work on. So pay attention to where are you loving and where are you controlling this week, because that will teach you and provide you with the truth that you need. And Pisces, your card this week is reclaim the lost self, identity, power, and soul retrieval. You are a powerful person just by being you. You don't have to be somebody else to let other people know who you are. You are you. So be the powerful person that you are meant to be. Show the world who you are. Don't discard that lost part of yourself. Embrace it and become the person that you are meant to be. So remember, you're not lost. You're between stories. So let the messages find a place in your body, even if they don't make sense yet, because sometimes the most powerful knowing comes in the quiet after the card is pulled. So let the messages you received anchor your next step, even if you can't see the full map yet. Our sun and rising sign are codes. Our sun and rising sign are codes that are layered. Let them sit. Let them settle. And if you're craving deeper cosmic guidance and spiritual anchoring, come join me inside the Soul Keys Temple. It's my signature monthly membership. You'll find full details at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. And you can also always book a personal soul session with me if you want to go deeper one-on-one. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and the magic continues there. So here's to a week of sacred pivots, anchored clarity, and deep inner resonance. So stay tuned in, stay luminous, stay you, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you for spending your time with me here at Soul Heart Intuitive. If this episode resonated, please be sure to follow the podcast and share it with someone who may need this message today. And if you're ready to explore your own cosmic blueprint, cycles, and the deeper wisdom guiding your path, you can learn more or book a session at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. Until next time, trust your intuition, stay connected to your truth, and remember to stay connected to the wisdom within you.